तो ये है कि मुझे शायद नंबर ऑफ फिल्म्स ज्यादा करनी चाहिए थी. मैंने कोई 25 फिल्में की हैं ओवरऑल मिला के. But at the same time, I would say, as an actor, you're always growing. As an actor, you're always evolving. As an actor, you're always looking at things which are ahead. So उस तरह से कभी भी आपको किसी भी से भी एक्टर से पूछेंगे कि मतलब are you satisfied, are you okay or content to be where you are? So definitely not. मतलब मैं ओवरशैडो हो जाऊंगा या फिर मुझे लोग नहीं देखेंगे, वैसा नहीं है. स्क्रीन पर तो सब लोग आपको देख ही रहे हैं ना. अगर हम बात करें एग्जांपल रुस्तम की बात करें फिल्म की, everybody watched me and Akash sir together in so many scenes in that.
Hello everyone. Today with us on SpotboyE we have Arjan Bajwa, who became a household name when he appeared opposite Priyanka Chopra in Madhur Bhandakar's Fashion. And this year marks his 20 years in the showbiz. So Arjun, first of all, hello and welcome to SpotboyE. Secondly, how has these 20 years been for you?
Hello everyone and thank you so much for having me on board, Akash. 20 years man, मुझे खुद को नहीं लगता कि मैं तो खुद ही लगता है 20 साल का हो गया अभी. और 20 साल, 20 years, that's a long time man. I never thought it'll be like this, but nevertheless I started off very young. मैं कुछ 21 साल का ही था मुश्किल से जब मैंने पहली अपनी फिल्म की थी. और बहुत इनएक्सपीरियंस, कुछ कॉलेज से निकल के ही काम करना शुरू कर दिया था. तो 20 years or so to say being in show business, because I started off with Telugu films even before I started with Hindi films much later, almost many years later. तो शुरू में जो फिल्में की वो एक किस्म से बचपन में ही शुरुआत करती साउथ फिल्म्स करने. तो काफी सारी फिल्में की, 10-11 फिल्में की. उसके बाद में हिंदी में ब्रेक मिला and the journey has been quite interesting because a lot of films, a lot of work, a lot of people, a lot of mistakes that you did, which taught you so much about life.
Okay. So do you feel like you are at a place in your career where you would have wanted to be 20 years later when you started at the time?
No, I wouldn't say definitely not, because of two reasons. एक तो ये है कि मुझे शायद नंबर ऑफ फिल्म्स ज्यादा करनी चाहिए थी. मैंने कोई 25 फिल्में की हैं ओवरऑल मिला के. But at the same time, I would say, as an actor, you're always growing. As an actor, you're always evolving. As an actor, you're always looking at things which are ahead. So उस तरह से कभी भी आपको किसी भी से भी एक्टर से पूछेंगे कि मतलब are you satisfied, are you okay or content to be where you are? So definitely not.
Okay. Yeah, so you said that you should have done more films. So was it a conscious decision to do less films, or it just happened to be that it turned out this way?
Both of them. Conscious decision because I wanted to do a number of films. I wanted to do films which I wanted to do. I wanted to be a part of. Although उसमें से भी कुछ फिल्में ऐसी हैं जो मुझे retrospect में, if I look into it, I shouldn't have done. But anyways, that happened. But nevertheless, at the same time, I think I believed I wanted to do more quality stuff, so that when I look back at my career, when I look back at the films that I've done, they should be milestones in your career, so you can count on them that these are the films I did. And thankfully I have 5-6 of them in Hindi which I can look back and be proud of, whether it's Guru, whether it's Passion, whether it's a comedy film like Son of Sardar, whether it's Rustam, whether it's Kabir Singh. So I can count, or somebody can look at my filmography and say, yes, there is some good projects, very memorable performance in the projects in his career. Because kabhi kya hota hai that you are part of, you do a lot of films, but when people talk about you, they say, uski film kaun si thi yaar, magar which performance, so you kind of are lost over there. So thankfully there have been milestones, and I think I hope to make many more.
Yeah, sure. And speaking of Kabir Singh, it was a tremendous success. So how has that film helped you in your career?
Well, Kabir Singh did bring me into a position where a lot of good scripts started coming again to me. And at the same time, a very big series came my way, the State of Siege 2611. Which was on Z5, and that was a result of Kabir Singh doing so well, because then again they were looking for somebody to play Colonel Sunil Sharon, who's a real life commanding officer of the NSG, who led the whole operation of Black Tornado during the Taj attacks.
Yeah.
He was looking for somebody to play that part, and fortunately, I got to play it because coming very, coming out of fresh success of Kabir Singh. So yeah, it was good. And Kabir Singh भी by chance की क्योंकि मतलब मैं तो कर नहीं रहा था बिल्कुल भी because मुझे है मैं शायद कि भाई का रोल क्या करूँगा किस तरह से है वो तो छोटा सा एक रोल है. But Sandeep was very adamant. Sandeep Panga, our director, was very adamant. I want you to do it. And to a point that I told him, I said, okay, I'll do it, but I'll take a special appearance credit because it's not something that I'm looking for. But yes, I would love to be a part of this kind of film. And more so to work with Sandeep and to work with Shahid. I said, chalo, theek hai, karte hain. And fortunately, everybody's good luck turned into the film into a huge success.
You spoke about State of Siege 2611. So it recently concluded 1 year. So how has your experience of the medium of OTT been?
Honestly speaking, medium of OTT, I don't think is different for any actor because the process of filmmaking is the same. Rather, it's a little more elaborate because you know that you are going to be shooting 8 or 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And the storytelling is a little more elaborate. Storytelling is a little more detailed because you don't have a time limit of 2 hours or 220 minutes, to finish the script. But इसमें आप थोड़ा सा डिटेल्स में डाइवर्ज हो जाते हैं, थोड़ी और ज्यादा लोगों को एक्सप्लेन करते हैं चीजें, तो प्रोसेस लंबा हो जाता है, मगर इट्स सेम प्रोसेस ऑफ फिल्म मेकिंग. और एग्जीबिशन का फर्क है सिर्फ, where it's just exhibited on let's say an OTT platform. Now again, over there also you can watch that series on a big screen in your home and it looks like film.
Yeah.
Or you can watch it on your iPad, or sometimes people even watch it on their phones. They've got Netflix, Amazon, everything downloaded on their phones.
Yeah.
So I don't think OTT as such as a medium is any different from films because films are also shot the same way. उतनी ही आपकी मेहनत लगती है, उतना ही आपका टाइम स्पेंड होता है, उतना ही आपका पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन प्री प्रोडक्शन वर्क होता है. और अब तो सारे के सारे मेन स्ट्रीम जितने भी हम एक्टर्स हैं और मतलब काफी सारे और एक्टर्स भी हैं जो मेन स्ट्रीम फिल्म्स के एक्टर हैं, सभी ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे सीरीज कर रहे हैं बिकॉज काफी सारे अच्छे सब्जेक्ट्स हैं. जैसे मैंने बोला कि इट्स माय एक्सपीरियंस हैज बीन फैंटास्टिक बिकॉज द काइंड ऑफ वर्क दैट आई वांटेड टू डू दैट इज कमिंग माय वे. The kind of work in terms of OTT platform series I want to do, that's coming my way.
Yeah.
The kind of work that I started with State of Siege 2611, that was something of a dream role that I wanted to play of an Indian Army officer. And जो कि एक real life situation में मुझे play करने को मिला ताज attacks के ऊपर. तो overall मैं कहूँगा it's a fantastic experience.
Yeah.
कोई फर्क नहीं है फिल्म मेकिंग से, सिर्फ एग्जीबिशन का फर्क.
जी जी. So, leaving aside the mediums, you have worked across 4 languages: Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, and one Punjabi film as well. So, working across these languages, has it helped you stay relevant, or do you feel it has kind of held you back for maintaining a stronger position in any one of those markets?
No, I don't think so. It stops you from, rather it makes your position stronger in every way. It's in fact it gives you more of a fan base and more of exposure if you're working in different languages rather limiting yourself to one. With me, the good part is that Hindi obviously is something that you are a part of Hindi film industry और आप वो फिल्में कर ही रहे हो. और Telugu happened because I started with Telugu films, although I'm not from Andhra and non-Telugu, but I happened to get a chance and things worked one after the other. तकरीबन 10 फिल्में मैंने की, 11 फिल्में. और तमिल फिल्म्स का एक्सपीरियंस भी बहुत अच्छा रहा बिकॉज जो मेरी लास्ट ईयर एक तमिल फिल्म आई थी 2019 में, लास्ट ईयर को काउंट नहीं कर पा रहे हो भैया, 2020 has just disappeared, off everybody's calendar. So 2019 and one film of mine, the first film I did in Tamil called Bigil with Vijay sir, Nayanthara, that came and that also became quite a huge success. So Akash, ये कहूँगा मैं working across languages in fact has given me more milestones in my career, more fan base and more standing because again I will be working in Telugu in this year on something. So like I said, filmography अगर आप मुड़ के देखते हो और आपके माइलस्टोन्स होते हैं, तो एक लैंग्वेज में थोड़ा ना होना चाहिए, आपकी तो हर जगह पे
Yeah.
you should have those milestones in your career. Your filmography should be those many films. And honestly speaking, जब आप अलग अलग लैंग्वेज में काम करते हो ना, तो आपको कॉन्फिडेंस भी और ज्यादा आ जाता है, क्योंकि एक एलियन लैंग्वेज, एलियन से मतलब मेरा ये है कि जो आपको नहीं बोलनी आती, जो आपके लिए बिल्कुल अलग है, जिसको आपको पढ़ना नहीं आता, बोलना नहीं आता, उस तरह की लैंग्वेज जब आप सीख कर उसमें काम करते हो और कन्विंसिंगली काम करते हो और आपको उस चीज की एक्कोलेड्स मिलते हैं फॉर योर वर्क, व्हेन यू डू दैट, that's the biggest reward, because that shows that you are evolving and excelling as an actor, that the barrier of language is not stopping you from portraying your talent. And regarding Punjabi, by the way, that one film that I did, uska trailer abhi bhi mere paas mein hai, and people still kind of rave about that trailer. But that never released. Unfortunately, it did not release. That film did not. But yes, being Punjabi being my mother tongue, I am definitely looking forward to work in Punjabi anytime.
Yeah. And you have worked with many big stars like Ajay Devgan, Abhishek, Aishwarya, Priyanka, Shahid. So working with these people, what did you learn from them about their approach towards their craft, or how they treat their work? So what have you learned from them? That's something you have imbibed.
I would say sincerity towards your work, dedication towards your work. मतलब डेडिकेशन सिर्फ एक वर्ड हम लोग बड़ा कन्वीनियंटली यूज कर देते हैं कि वो बड़ा डेडिकेटेड है. डेडिकेशन डज नॉट मीन दैट यू आर जस्ट रीचिंग ऑन टाइम एंड डूइंग योर वर्क वेरी डिलिजेंटली. Dedication means consistently carrying that habit for many years. Consistently being dedicated. तो अगर अक्षय सर हैं, अजय देवगन सर हैं, या अभिषेक हैं, या शाहिद है, तो इनको अगर आप देखेंगे तो कितनी देर से ये लोग काम कर रहे हैं, सक्सेसफुल भी हैं और बहुत अच्छा अपने आप को अच्छी फिल्में भी करते हैं, इवॉल्व भी हो रहे हैं एज एन एक्टर. So that simply shows that they are not taking it easy at any time. They are not being laid back about their work at any given point. They are going to work consistently. वो मतलब उनकी जो एक रूटीन है, ये मतलब ऑटोमेटिक हो जाता है, उसके बाद आपकी आदत बन जाती है डेडिकेटेड होना. It's not something that you force yourself to become, but it becomes a habit. It becomes a lifestyle of being dedicated. That's something I've learned from them. I mean, everybody gives an example of Akshay sir. तो मैंने वो देखा है उनका मतलब dedication towards his work कि आपको अपनी appearance पे, physical fitness पे, आपके timing पे, हर चीज पे dedicated रहना और कभी भी break ना लेना. मतलब सबसे बड़ी बात तो ये है कि उनको शायद फिल्मों के बीच में जो ब्रेक मिलता है, शूटिंग के बीच में, उस टाइम पे वो शायद अपना रिलैक्स हो जाते हैं या हॉलिडे पे चले जाते हैं. But apart from that, he is doing films back to back.
Yeah, 4-5 films.
That only means that he is very dedicated. He wants to just consistently work. That's something that I learned. कि काम करते रहो बस.
Yeah. So you learn a lot from them, but do you feel like working with a more popular co-star has its drawbacks as well, since audience first notices them?
I don't think that's a drawback. Let's not count it in a negative way. See, when you're working with, let's say, somebody who's lesser known than me is going to work with me, and if he's going to feel that way, so that's I don't think that's justified. Because उसमें कोई rocket science तो है नहीं समझने के लिए कि यार अगर मैं अक्षय सर के साथ काम कर रहा हूँ, he's such a huge star, और मतलब मैं overshadow हो जाऊंगा या फिर मुझे लोग नहीं देखेंगे, वैसा नहीं है. स्क्रीन पर तो सब लोग आपको देख ही रहे हैं ना. अगर हम बात करें एग्जांपल रुस्तम की बात करें फिल्म की, everybody watched me and Akshay sir together in so many scenes in that. Everybody watched me individually also. So I would rather say, if you're working with somebody who's that big a star, if you're working with them as a co-actor, it's in fact I take it in a positive way, because people will look at you as well, people will gauge you as well. If you're working all by yourself, people might not be able to measure your talent. Here it gives them a measure of your talent, a comparison of how you are doing alongside them, how good and how bad you are. So in a way, I take it in a positive way, that yes, working with them definitely gives you more confidence. At the same time, people are able to judge you more in a positive way, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. And speaking of you have an interest in flying. I just
Yeah,
saw your latest Instagram post as well. So you have also done a flying course. So where did that interest originate for you?
that's always been my first love, I would say.
Hmm.
I always wanted to be a pilot. I
Hmm.
always wanted to fly, and वो चीज जो है वो आपकी जिंदगी में से कभी गई नहीं है.
Hmm.
आज भी everything to do with aviation, or rather anything to do with aviation.
Hmm.
And मेरे एकदम कान खड़े हो जाते हैं, आंखें खुल जाती हैं, and
Hmm.
I'm more concerned about learning. और फ्लाइंग के बारे में आकाश, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, ऐसा नहीं है कि बड़ी कोई माचो चीज है कि मैं, हाँ मुझे जहाज उड़ाना आता है या मैं ये कर लूँ वो कर लूँ, वो नहीं है.
Hmm.
It's a technology which really inspires me. It's the technology of flying which is of my interest. कि
Hmm.
मतलब एक यार स्टील की या एल्यूमिनियम की ट्यूब है, उसमें आप बैठ के जो है फ्लाई कर रहे हो आप, और
Yeah.
बिल्कुल नॉर्मल तरीके से खाना खा रहे हो, बातें कर रहे हो. ये होता कैसे, क्या इन्वेंट कर दिया इन लोगों ने, you know? And then
जी.
how do you operate this thing? मतलब उसमें इतने सिस्टम्स हैं कि मतलब इंसान का जो ब्रेन है वो कितना ज्यादा पावरफुल मशीन है.
Yeah.
You know, you look at an airplane and you say कि यार कितनी complex machine है, क्या बना दी. But imagine the machine which has made that machine is even more complex.
Hmm.
So that is of my interest. At the same time, I would say flying course so भी पूरा नहीं कर पाया हूँ, because I want to take
Hmm.
my private pilot's license so that I can have a license to fly.
Okay.
But I do know, I do fly as a hobby. कहीं ना कहीं
Hmm.
किसी flying club में, flight school में जाके कभी ना कभी अगर आसपास होता हूँ या कहीं भी होता हूँ, so I definitely make sure that I do at least one or two sorties.
Okay. So any plans of using that hobby or skill in any of your projects?
I am waiting. I am waiting. Please give me a pilot's role. I am तो telling people कि
Yeah.
मुझे यार इंडियन एयरफोर्स पायलट का रोल प्ले करना है. That's my dream role that I want
Yeah.
to do.
Hmm. And speaking about your future projects, there's a new reports of you doing a series, web series with Shruti Hassan and Mithun sir. So what is that show about? And we got to know that you are currently shooting for it as well.
अब आपने सारा कुछ तो बता दिया यार, मैं क्या बताऊं उसके बारे में.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a series for Amazon
Hmm.
that I'm shooting currently, and that's all I can say. You said about the co-stars also,
Okay.
whoever they are, and all I can say is an adaptation of a book. Yes,
Hmm. Okay. So has the experience been working with Mithun sir? Like he's such a senior actor. He's an
very good.
actor
Yeah,
himself.
fantastic, super experience. बहुत
So.
सारी बातें होती हैं
Hmm.
apart from acting, apart from
Hmm.
shooting. कई बार उनके
Yeah.
साथ बैठ के बहुत सारी बातें होती हैं, और
Hmm.
generally about life, generally about society, generally about everything under the sun.
Hmm.
और बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग उनके साथ एक बैंटर रहता है, क्योंकि मिथुन
Yeah.
सर अभी भी he's a rock star man. उनके साथ बैठ
Yeah.
के जो उनकी लाइफ के एक्सपीरियंसेस सुनने को
Hmm.
मिलते हैं, that's a treasure.
Yeah. And have you attempted his signature moves with him?
नहीं नहीं, इतनी हिम्मत नहीं करूंगा. That's नहीं, वो I think that's his move, that's his forte, that's his, उनकी पहचान है. उनको
Hmm.
उनको कॉपी करके थोड़ा ना उनके सामने अपनी बेइज्जती करवानी है मुझे और डांट
Yeah.
खानी है कि क्या करना है.
Yeah. And how is Shruti as a co-star?
Shruti is fantastic. She's such a multi-talented girl.
Hmm.
She's a singer, she's a rock star completely.
Hmm.
You know, she composes music, she sings,
Hmm.
she's worked across so many languages,
Yeah.
and a lot of fun to work with. And she's got a great sense of humor. She's really great at humor.
Yeah. And yeah, working across various languages, that is kind of a common point between both of you.
It is. It is. Both of us have worked Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, everything. Yes.
Yeah. So apart from
We
this,
do speak in Telugu sometimes here and there with each other.
yeah. And does that annoy people around you since you both are
No,
it's
no, not at all. Not
more
at
like a
all.
code language for you both?
No, not really. We don't say any secretive stuff with each other. It's just one of those things when you are
Hmm.
saying a dialogue and fun in a fun way. You say the same dialogue in let's say Telugu also
Hmm.
sometimes. So yeah, it's just a fun moment. That's all.
Okay. So apart from this series, what all other projects are you working on or you have in pipeline?
There are 2-3 films which are being spoken about, and there are obviously 2 more web series which are in the pipeline.
Mhm.
I would say one is already written also.
Okay.
So we're just looking at a window when we can shoot, because like everybody's life has come to a standstill because of this COVID situation. तो एक सीरीज जो है वो शूट भी बाहर होनी है, कनाडा में शूट होनी है, तो मतलब it depends upon when we're going to get the permission to shoot,
Yeah.
how the travel arrangements are, all of those things. सबको यहाँ पे भी लॉकडाउन लग गया, so you can imagine how difficult it is to kind of move forward with planning of your projects. So I guess a lot of work, touch wood, in the pipeline, but everything depends upon how much this situation of COVID lets you move forward and how fast.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about this new lockdown. Has any of your work or shoot suffered because of it currently?
Yeah, we have had to stop. We still have a couple of days shoot left on the series, the Amazon series. So we have to stop because obviously there's a lockdown. It's for everybody all across. So we have stopped our shoot.
Okay. So, in those films that you spoke about, is there any Hindi film in pipeline? You said one Telugu is there, but any Hindi film?
Yes, of course. हाँ, 2-3 फिल्में हैं तो मतलब हिंदी है ही उसमें. मेरा मतलब हिंदी से ही था, apart from that
Okay.
one, Telugu.
Okay. So we can't wait to see you on screen again after Kabir Singh. It has already been 2 years, so your
I know,
audience
yeah.
can't wait to.
Really. I mean, the thing is, you have been on screen in terms of the OTT series that I did, but last year से तो मतलब वो theater में नहीं गया. It's almost 1 year
Yeah.
that people have not been able to go to the theaters, और आपकी जो फिल्में बन के पड़ी है 2-2 साल से, वो भी रिलीज नहीं हो रही है. So it's quite a difficult situation if you think about it, Or the thing is that when theaters are going to open and go to that place, level of people going, watching a film full capacity, your films being exhibited properly. Let's hope that happens really fast. Yeah, I mean, we get rid of this situation of COVID, this curse on humanity, really fast.
Yeah. True. Let's hope for the best. And Arjun, it was a pleasure talking to you. Hope to see you on screen again soon, and can't wait to see more of you on screen, be it the digital or theatrical. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Pleasure talking to you as well.
Thank you, sir.
And good luck to everybody. Thank you.